Hello, World of Tank Blitzers. It's Littlefinger. Happy Friday, November 3rd. Time for another store review. And yes, amazing. 2 weeks in a row. Anyway, new month. So new battle pass to talk about. Big change as of last month is there is no tier 6. Premium collector tank, whatever it's called, that Wargaming is added to the end of the battle pass here. So the only tank you're going to get out of this is in level 1, the tier 4 T28 this time around. Remember, everyone gets the top row for free. If you spend the minimum $8 to unlock the premium pass, you get everything on the bottom 2 rows. That allows you to also unlock this weekly mission here and also do 1 replacement of any of these that you choose. Downside to Battle Pass is it kind of makes you compelled to complete all of these missions, and now not getting the tank. The gold exchange on this is about 440 gold per dollar. You're going to get 1,500 gold out of if you unlock every single one of these events, and then 2,000 out of the gold vault at the end. Yes, you're going to get other things like the shards and the free XP and all the other things that do add value, but in my opinion, I don't see the value in buying the battle pass quite as high now that there is no tank involved as well. I guess Wargaming just ran out of tanks. So there you see, $24 unlocks 20 levels and $8 unlocks the minimum battle pass. So importantly here, mystery box is for free for everybody. So open that up, see what you get. I will say, in my opinion, the mystery box is probably the lowest valued crate that Wargaming has. And the only way I would suggest buying any of these other crates is if you're just looking for those shards to fill out, what is needed here on the constellation, because that is where those shards go to fill up these free tanks here. Anyway, back to the store. So that takes us through the mystery box. We'll talk about all of the tanks here in a second. As far as individual offers go, this one here is pretty crazy in my opinion. 50 containers for 75,000 gold. That is a lot of friggin' gold for a chance to draw tanks. Most of these containers are going to be in the 5% drop chance for the actual tank itself. Keep in mind that for every 10 of these that you open, you're going to get 1,000 gold. So you're going to get automatically 5,000 gold back. So really the deal's 70,000 gold. And these containers do have a potential to pull gold inside as well. So what your actual spend is unknown here. However, I didn't do the numbers there on a 5% drop chance on 50 containers. What your chance of getting a tank is. It's still probably pretty low. Great choice here is a guaranteed tank with this certificate. It's about $4 worth of gold here. So, you're $16 for a guaranteed tank plus your 3,000 shards there. Again, as I mentioned, just about every week here, there's so many tier 5 and tier 6 tanks there. That's probably what you're going to pull. And if you're okay with that, make that decision. Very low chance of getting one of the tier 10 or 9 tanks out of that bundle here. We're going to skip over all of the resources here. Nothing that really stands out. So now we are into the tank section. This is why you're here, to hear my opinions on these tanks. 9,000 gold. It's going to get you the Chieftain and the Gravedigger. I am on the fence about this deal, and here's why. Chieftain is a British heavy tank with a high-firing, low-damage gun. The armor is 5.5 seconds here, so damage per minute is pretty nice for a tier 8 at 2453, and that's without any equipment. It does have that nice 10 degrees of gun depression, and the armor is not horrible. The speed's not horrible, but it is not one of, say, the 5 or even 10 best tier 8 heavy tanks. It's certainly a serviceable tank. The Gravedigger, when it is top tier, is a very nice tank to play. Basically, your weak spots are under this lower plate, and if anyone's shooting premium at the front cheeks here. You know, it's obviously unique in its look. It's been around for a while. 6 shells in the magazine, each doing about 90 damage. So that does make it a little bit unique and kind of fun to play. Not so much fun when it is bottom tier, more fun when it is top tier for sure. So again, kind of on the fence here about this. You know, just if you looked at, say, spending 7,500 or 7,000 for the Chieftain, which would be a decent deal, then you're looking at 2,000 for the Gravedigger, which is also a decent deal. So on the fence here with that. As you can see, 5,000 for the Gravedigger alone, 65 for the Chieftain. Would stay away from the Black Prince Matilda version, tier 5. This is a very slow tank with just the weakest of armor for a tank. You know, there's no way that you can hide this turret at all. As for a medium, it is slow. It is just not a fun tank to play. So unless you're a collector, stay away from that. We talked about Tankenstein. Unfortunately, over the years, I feel like this tank has been power crept a little bit. So armor is not great. Mobility is not great. As I mentioned before, it does have 2 guns. You can pick one that is a little bit of the derpy gun, or one that's a little bit higher firing here. You can see 1,500 on the gun that they're showing here, which is the lower damage gun. Anyway, you know, you're going to get 14 days premium time, 3,500 gold. It's not a horrible deal. So back on the fence with the Tankenstein as well. Chieftain Mark 6. Definitely one of the better tier 10 heavy tanks in the game. It's gonna come with the attachment. Doesn't even come with the premium camo, which is kind of surprising. The 5X is just for the Chieftain. This does seem like an expensive deal in my opinion. I would pass on that for right now, to be honest with you. You can pick up the tank by itself with the camo there. What else are we missing here for 20,000? So that attachment, they're putting a lot of a value in that attachment, in my opinion. I'd rather have this tank with this camo, to be honest with you. So I would go with one of these two. I don't know if we've seen the Chieftain for less than 20,000. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. With the camo there. So 17.5 just straight up. Not bad. You think you're going to enjoy this tank, especially if you like playing heavy hull down engagements. I talked about this bundle last week, which I do like. This would probably be my only recommendation in the store right now. You're going to get the Lansen C Swedish medium tank, and I talked about this before. It's going to have good mobility. It's got good gun depression, 10 degrees, and the damage there at 320 sits right there to me in a very nice little sweet spot. Not one where you're having to fire quickly and be on target and potentially get shot in return, and not one that you're having to wait for an extensively long reload. Damage per minute just a little north of 2,000. So you get the medium playstyle, and then you get the Shark with its heavy hull down playstyle. You know, I've said before, one of the top heavy tier 8 tanks. You will not be disappointed with this. Again, another 10 degrees of gun depression, 3,100 average damage, damage per minute 2,100. All that for 12.5 with both of the premium camos. I do like that deal when you break it down, just over 6,000 per tank with the camos. All right, so that really is going to be it for me for the store. Gonna try to keep this as quick as possible. So guys, hope you have a great weekend, and of course, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.